Hi and welcome to the frequently asked questions section. 3 lectures. I will be solving with you 30 questions that continually appear in the real PgMP exam. So this section is very important for the purposes of preparing for the program management professional exam. Question number 1, you are a program manager of a high priority program in your organization. Now you are in the closure phase, documenting the financial and performance assessments, lessons learned, successes and failures, risk register, reasons for program closeout. In this situation, which of the following are you preparing? The lessons learned register, the final program report, the financial closure plan, organizational process assets updates. So I had this question in my PgMP exam. The question actually described the key components of the program final report, option B. This is a typical question in the PgMP exam. It will be around the key components of the program final report. The final program report may be required to document critical information that can be applied to improve the success of future programs or components within the organization. This final report may consist of financial and performance assessments, the program lessons learned, successes and failures, identified areas for improvement, risk management outcomes, unforeseen risks, customer sign-off, reasons for program closeout, history of all the program baselines, and archive plan for program documentation. So this is a typical question about the final report key components. Question number 2, you are working as the program manager for a consulting firm, specialist with infrastructure of projects and programs. You are the program manager of the construction of water pipelines for a new town. The program has been transitioned, but the operation manager is worried about what will happen to the pipelines system after the defect, liability and warranty period complete. What should you do to address the operation manager concern? So this is a situational question, and you should expect like 80% of the exam questions to be situational and lengthy. So in this situation, the operation manager is worried of what we are going, or what he is or she is going to do with the pipeline system after the completion of the warranty period. Share with him the benefits sustainment plan. Invite the operation manager to the final program meeting. Share with him the operations and maintenance manual. Inform him that the program was executed successfully and there is no need to worry. The last option does not make any sense. Invite him to the final program meeting. This will not make the operation manager comfortable. Share with him operations and maintenance manual. This will not solve the issue, and this manual should be delivered anyhow. The only option that makes sense is to share with the operation manager the benefits sustainment plan. The benefits sustainment plan, as we covered it in the benefits management section, identifies the processes, measures, matrix, and tools necessary for the management of benefits beyond the completion of the program to make sure the continued, or to ensure the continued realization of the program intended benefits, like the utilization of the pipelines system in our question. So expect 2 to 3 questions in the PgMP exam around the benefits sustainment plan. Question number 3, you are assigned as a program manager for a utility infrastructure in the city. The program sponsor does not like many reports about the program financial status, and he has a fear about how much the program will cost at the end. What will you provide him with to address his concerns? So it's a simple question, a simple earned value question. How much the program will cost at the end? This is a forecast represented by the estimate and at completion, option C. Of the given options, the only estimate that is a forecast of what the program will cost at the end is the estimate at completion. So you should provide him with the estimate at completion to know the final expectations of the program. And this is a typical question I had in my PgMP exam about the earned value analysis. Question number 4, a program work breakdown structure is a deliverable-oriented hierarchical decomposition encompassing the total scope of the program, and it includes the deliverables to be produced by the constituent components. Elements not in the program WBS are outside the scope of the program. Definitely, any element that is not shown in the program WBS is not part of the program scope. In this context, to which level the decomposition should be stopped. This is also a typical question in the PgMP exam. The decomposition stops at the level of control required by the program steering committee or the program sponsor or the enterprise environmental factors or the program manager. It is the program manager decision to stop decomposition. The program work breakdown structure provides an overview of the program and shows how each component contributes to the objectives of the program. Decomposition stops at the level of control required by the program manager. Expect this question in your PgMP exam. Question number 5. You are a program manager of a software development program. You executed the transition and or close out of all program and project plans in order to meet program objectives and or ongoing operational sustainability. Now you are conducting the post-review meeting by presenting the program performance report. In this context, what is the result of the post-review meeting? What is the reason of conducting the post-review meeting, which we covered in the program closure phase? To support future programs, to obtain feedback and capture lessons learned, to initiate closeout activities, or to achieve ongoing operational sustainability. The post-review meeting is conducted to obtain feedback and capture the lessons learned of the program. Conduct the post-review meeting by presenting the program performance report in order to obtain feedback and capture lessons learned. So the exam content outline is very important for the exam. This is a typical question about the post-review meetings. Question number 6. You are a program manager of a new metro station construction program. You executed the transition and or close out of all programs and project plans in order to meet the program objectives and or ongoing operational sustainability. What is the previous step of these activities? So this is also related to the exam content outline. Obtain stakeholder approval for program closure. Complete a program performance analysis report. Conduct the post-review meeting by presenting the program performance report. Report lessons learned and best practices that you observed in the program. So for the program closure phase, it's very important to focus on the exam content outline and the sequence of the activities. The only thing that should be done before this activity is to obtain stakeholder approval regarding the program closure. You should expect like 10 to 8 questions about the program closure activity sequence, and the majority of these questions will come from the exam content outline. Question number 7. You have been assigned as a program manager in a company that has not good understanding of earned value analysis. Therefore, you start to prepare some calculations for the management to guide them to understand the earned value management. Your program has a budget of $1.5 million and now it's in the 3rd month of a completion period of 9 months. Your calculation showed that the planned value is $320,000. Total cost to date is $350,000 and the earned value is $340,000. In this situation, what should you report to the senior management out of these options? So it's a simple earned value management. However, the approach used at a program level is a bit different than the earned value analysis approach used at the project level. Planned value is given, actual cost is given, and the earned value is given. So simply by applying the schedule variance and the cost variance formulas, the schedule variance is $20,000 and the cost variance is minus $10,000. These are the formulas. Schedule variance equals earned value minus planned value, while the cost variance equals earned value minus the actual cost. Now, for the overall program variance, this is the new thing when it comes to earned value analysis at a program level. The overall variance is the schedule variance minus the cost variance. So it is $10,000 ahead of schedule. Presently, you are in the 3rd month. So in 3 months, the situation is $10,000 ahead of schedule. However, the overall duration is 9 months. So if in 3 months we are $10K ahead of schedule, for the 9 months period, you need to multiply the 10K by 3, where you will be 30K ahead of schedule, option C. This is a typical question in the exam. You should expect 1 or 2 questions similar to this concept. Question number 8, you are a program manager of an infrastructure program. Your program contains 4 projects. Now you are in the delivery phase and you have some earned value calculations provided from your team. According to the values in the below table, which of the following can describe the status of the program? So to answer this question properly, you need to understand the earned value method at a project level. So we have 4 projects. Budget at completion is given. Cost performance index and cost variance is given as well. The schedule performance index and the variance also given. So we want to determine what's the status of each project. So simply, if the cost performance index is more than 1, we are within budget. Less than 1 means we are below budget or under budget. If the schedule performance index is more than 1, we are ahead of schedule. Less than 1 means we are behind schedule. So let's see the options together. Project B is ahead of schedule. No, this is a wrong option because project B schedule performance index is less than 1. Project A is ahead of schedule. Let's see. Yes, it's true, 1.25 and under budget. Projects B, C, and D are behind schedule. I think this is the true statement, as projects B, C, and D all have a less than 1 SPI, so they are all behind schedule. So option B is the right option. It's clear from the table that project A has SPI of 1.25 and CPI of 1.06, so it's ahead of schedule and under budget. Projects B, C, and D all have SPI and CPI less than 1. It means it's behind schedule and over budget. This is a typical question in the exam. Question number 9. You are a program manager of a research and development program. Your program contains 12 components. During the execution of the program, you noticed that many environmental influences changed. Therefore, the sponsors decided to increase the program investment by 25%. Which of the following can help you in this scenario? So, you noticed that there are many environmental influences and the sponsors decided to increase the investment. So we want to assess this situation and see what are the expected results. We can rely on the what-if analysis or assumption analysis or document analysis or SWOT analysis. Actually, in this situation, the what-if analysis technique can be helpful when conducting environmental analysis for a strategic initiative or business case. It's important to consider the competing efforts may reside within or external to the organization, and a typical business case includes analysis and comparison against real alternative scenarios. Where appropriate, comparative advantage analysis may also include what-if analysis to illustrate how the program's objectives and intended benefits could be achieved by other means. The reference is the Standard for Program Management, page number 39. This is also a typical question in the exam about the what-if analysis. The last question of the first set. Your program has 11 components, and while you are in the delivery phase, one of the stakeholders informs you that he did not receive the periodic reports of 3 of the components. So reports were not shared with this stakeholder. What should you do next as a program manager? Without looking at all the options, the first thing to do is reviewing the program communication management plan to check what are the reports that should be shared with this stakeholder. The program communication management plan includes who needs what information, when they need it, how it will be given to them, and by whom. Expect 2 to 3 questions in the PgMP exam about the program communications management plan.